Good morning, everybody. It's great to be here for today's just an impromptu live workout, and it's something that I hope to be able to do a little bit more of. So today we're actually revisiting a classic My Oh My TV workout, and it's called Feel It, and it's an 18-minute interval workout with, at the very end, a Tabata, which is overkill in my opinion now, but we're still going to do it because it's going to be well, it's just going to be entertaining, at least, to see me die on screen. So I did this a few weeks ago with members of Equip with Strength, and it was such a challenge. But back in the day, I was able to use much more weight than I'm using today. But I want to say that because sometimes we can feel bad about that. But remember that no matter what, you're always challenging yourself at where you're at now. And I'm going to match my abilities now and still get just the same out of this workout as I would have back then. So we're going to do a quick warm-up and then start into our intervals, which will be broken down rather than the 15 rest and 45 effort that it was. I want to do 25 for rest and 35 seconds for effort, and we're going to do one round at a time. Would that be? No. Oh, we're not doing one round at a time. We're doing all 3 rounds at a time. So we're going to do 18 cycles of that. That's right. 3 6s, 18. And we'll see how that goes. You know it's going to be death. So for you watching, what I would say is I'll kind of give you indications of how long we have left of the interval, and you can decide when you stop, okay? So maybe it might be fine for the first round, but then as we get in through the rounds, the fatigue and everything builds up. So just take more of a break. Like, there's just no point in pushing through all the time, like especially if you really just can't. So just keep your mind on yourself. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'll probably stop and start at times too, have a lower weight available or higher weight, just something that you can switch out. So today's exercises, if you haven't had a chance, there's a download available for this workout. If you go to the link in the description if you're on YouTube right now, and you can get that download so that you can sort of follow along with the exercises, and in there's some alternatives for these exercises. So the first one is the goblet squat, and that is fairly self-explanatory. You're holding one weight, or you could do body weight squat, right? Then we're doing alternating kettlebell swing. That's where you're switching hands, and you can change that out to the two-handed swing, which would be slightly easier if you're not used to sort of doing the switching, and maybe your grip gets tired or your forearms get tired after a while. Vertical pull burpee. Now this one, right, you're kind of starting in a deadlift, you're going to drive the weight up either. So either you can go to a deadlift, or you can go to an upright row, or you can go all the way up overhead and then all the way back down again. Then you go into a burpee and then one more rep. So you can do that from the floor, or you can do from a burpee from the bench. Okay, this is going to apply to the other burpee as well. So just a run through to give you an idea of what you can do instead, so that you're doing something rather than nothing. If you don't want to do the burpee part at all, that's fine. You can either just do your deadlifts, or you can actually just step back and forward into the jump or into the burpee part. Stand kneel stand. So you're standing, then you're going down on one leg, you're doing a kneel, then you're coming up on the other leg. So you go on all one side first, and then for the next interval, you're going to actually step down with the other side and step up like that. So that's stand kneel stand, with or without a weight. An alternative to that is going to be either you could do a step up, so all one side then the other. You could do a reverse lunge, all one side then the other. Or you could do a side step up or a side lunge, or anything that, like a side squat even, where you're squatting to the side, each side, and then so you're getting something that's possibly single leg in there. That's the idea. And then a 2-jump burpee, which, you know, two jumps is probably overkill, but it just adds a little bit to it. Doesn't add anything. Okay, so the 2-jump is so you're doing a burpee, and you come up, you're going to go jump, jump, burpee, with or without a push-up, jump, jump. Now, you may decide, I'm not doing any burpees with a push-up. But let me just, can you do push-ups? Because if you can, maybe you can't do that many, have a bench nearby that you can elevate your hands and just get some push-ups in, right, if you can. A way to do this is to have a number in mind, so like per interval. You may not be able to do the full interval in your burpee or with the push-ups, but then maybe say, okay, maybe I'll do 5 of these burpees with push-ups and then the rest I'll not do. Or maybe I'll try to do a few with the jump and then I'll change them out from the floor for a few reps, then I'll elevate. Just go by how you feel. Have those options in your mind now so that you can switch them out. Don't get stuck thinking I have to do it exactly this way or it's not going to be effective. It absolutely will be just as effective as long as you continually match where you're at. Then I'll go through the Tabata exercises when we get to that point, because at that point I will need a break. All right, have a drink handy. I usually have a combination going on here between water and coffee. So if you have any questions, by the way, just ask in the, well, it depends where you are. If you're on YouTube, then in the chat box. If you're on my website, Equipped with Strength, then use the comment section or the chat box. If you use the chat box, I'll get a notification on my phone. And if you're on Facebook, please come to YouTube or my website, just to save me having to go to everywhere. All right. I'll just double check before we start, and then we're going to start into our warm-up. Okay. Nothing there just yet? That's good. So our warm-up is very simple. We're just going to do a few bodyweight exercises. Nothing too strenuous, just prepare the body and mind for the workout ahead. So let's begin with our bodyweight squat. We're going to do 10 reps, gradually increasing the depth and speed if you can. You can do a box squat if depth is an issue. So in 3, 2, 1, let's do our 10 reps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And from here, let's do a little bit of hamstring stretch, a dynamic stretch, and we're going to actually just hinge down, reach down, tap the floor and back up. You want to just be fairly relaxed with this. You just want to flop over and tap the ground or close to it and back up again. We'll do 10 of these in 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, let the head flop down. 4, release the tension. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, and 10. And from here, let's do a chest dynamic stretch. We're going to open wide, embrace the world, then we come in and we hug ourselves, we hunch over at the same time, and then we open right up, chest through, and then we hug. So we're just going to speed this up and just basically flopping your arms around so you feel a bit of a stretch at the front here. So 10 of these again. 3, 2, 1, and up we go. So you can rotate your hands each time so your palms are up as you're swinging your arms out. Want to be fairly loose, and I don't know how many we've done because I'm terrible at counting, so let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you know why I always do intervals. Okay, let's go into a walking plank. We're going to do some hip opener and some thoracic rotation. So if you reach down to the floor if you can, or just get into a plank position whatever way you can. So right foot up to right hand, sink the left knee down, rest the foot on the floor, and then lift your right hand, and then you're going to like wave to the side and just follow around with your eyes, and then wave back. Then you're going to sweep your right leg back round, and then do the same on the left side, sink the right knee down, rest it on the ground, and then just wave around with your left side. And we're going to do 4 more of these in total. So back to the other side, wave, and back round, weave and back round. One more. Weave and back round. And last one. And now back into your plank. Hips up in the air. Up on your tip toes, and then plant your heels right the way down to the floor. And pedal, pedal. Those heels stretch through the calves. Pedal, pedal. And walk back up. And just get your bearings for a second, and we'll go down now in just a second and do some glute work. Your glutes are always active. Alright, back down into our, we lie on the floor now. We're going to do 15 glute bridges, and then we're going to immediately do 15 frog pumps, which are similar to glute bridge, so I'll show you what that is. So bring it, lie down, feet flat on the floor, bridge up. We're going to do fast-paced glute bridges in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Then you bring your soles together with your feet, let the knees fall out, and then you're just going to bridge up like this and do 15 of these. So 1 is just a very, very small lift. 2, fast pace, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Pull the knees in and rock up into standing position. Now, if you want to, we're going to do some performance stretch now, but you can do this walking. So let me show you. If you've more space, you can take a step, bring one leg up, and reach around to support the knee, and pull the knee up toward the opposite shoulder as you step. So you're going to take a step, pull, step, other side, pull. So you really want to focus on trying to support the knee at the same time. One way I do it though, which I find more effective, is to sit down. Of course, sit down, and leg up and over this time. And you can hang out in this position, but we want to get more of a dynamic stretch going on. So another way you could do it is reach around to the knee and pull to the opposite shoulder, but do it in small, like almost like pulses. You want to pull it in and release, pull it in and release, and we'll do 10 of these each side. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 10 again in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, everyone, grab a drink. We're about to start into the actual workout. I'm just going to check for comments, so I'm going to run back. This is kind of awkward because I have to like scuttle toward the computer a bunch, and especially at the end where I'm saying bye. That's funny. John, my husband's watching, and he says, Eviana said, "Mommy is strong like that," and she made her muscles. So every person that she sees that's doing a workout, she thinks it's me. So that's probably a good thing. All right, so I'll just, this is kind of, bear with me a second, right? Jog on the spot while I just double check that we're not getting any other comments that I'm not seeing. So far, so good. And let's do this. So, like I said, we're going with the goblet squat, alternating kettlebell swing, burpee, vertical pull burpee, stand nail stand, and then back to our 2-jump burpee, with or without a push-up. The first beep you'll hear is the rest period, so that's the first one, and I use that as a setup. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1 you'll hear a beep, and then we'll start preparing for the squat. 3, 2, 1. Don't mind the background noise, by the way, it's just the fan because it is quite warm here at the moment. So, Let's see, what weight will I start with? I'll do 12. Okay, 8 seconds, getting set for your goblet squat. Lift the weight, we're doing a 3, and away we go. So as you're squatting, you want to squat down between your knees so that you can keep your chest up. So as much as you can, just squat right down between your feet. And drive up with the glutes and the legs at the same time, trying to keep your feet totally flat on the floor. Just get a nice steady tempo. If you need to slow down, you can. 10 seconds left. Nearly there. Keep going and rest. Alternating swing. So you're switching hands each time at the top part of the swing. 10 seconds. And switch it out to two-handed at any point. 5. Get ready for a single arm swing. Just start. And off we go. Snap those hips. Wait for your arm to come down and push you back. Really snap those hips forward. Let the hips do all the work. Don't worry about the height of your kettlebell. Just focus on the hips. Sorry, I need to give you false hope there that we're 10 seconds. We have 10 seconds left now. 3. And rest. My favorite, a vertical pull burpee. This one gets the heart rate up. 10 seconds. This is a great one for the traps. Okay, 3 into your deadlift position, hips down, chest up, drive with your legs, up overhead and down. Watch out for your head on the way down. No accidents, please. Each time you're coming down, bend the legs so your chest stays up, so you're not flopping over like this. And reset each time, 10 seconds. Oh, I'm not even doing the burpee. Oh, I forgot about the burpee. I totally cheated. Sorry guys. Next time I'll do the burpee. Stand, kneel, stand. So this could be body weight. That's so funny, I never do those without the burpee. That are lightweight. Let's see. So if you want to choose a side to start with, just stick with that side. In 1, and off we go. So you're stepping down into kneeling, high kneel on both sides, step up with the other side, and then just speed it up. Control your weight on the way down by actually shifting. So like this leg, shift over that leg, and then this leg, shift over that a little bit as you stand up. You get better control and balance. Doesn't matter what side you hold the weight. We have 5 seconds left. Whew. And rest. So I was stepping down onto my left knee, and now whatever side I want to swap that, I'm going to step down onto my right knee the next time. 10 seconds. I'm kind of regretting not putting a longer break between rounds, but I will. And off we go. So stepping down the other side. That means you're stepping up on that side once you bring both knees down. So a lot of people will like plunk down onto the floor, so as much as possible I want to try to control that, but you don't do that by stepping into the back leg and trying to control it that way. You want to control with that front leg, like I said. Just in case you're running into issues with that. 5 seconds. And rest. Now, 2 jump burpees. Gonna try with push-ups for some of these. seriously dying already. 10 seconds. Getting ready in 3. You're going to start with 2 jumps. Okay, jump, just light jumps. Jump, down, push up, then jump, jump. Nice steady pace. There's 15 seconds left. 10. Getting there, come on, 2. Oh. Now we're back to squats. Okay. Alright. Back to goblet squats. I'm going to try to keep it the same weight. 5. And off we go. So in your mind, have like 8 to 12 reps as a goal. "15 seconds left. Nearly there. 5. Couple more. Actually, just 1 more. And rest. Rest. Walk out. Keep walking if you can, like, as your recovery. Not that there's much time. Okay, alternating swing in 5. Okay, get ready. And off we go. So the important things with your swing is to wait, let it push you back, then snap forward again with the hips only. Don't worry about height. 10 seconds left. Don't worry about depth of your hinge right now. Just do what you can. 3. And rest. Now, I have to get this right. Do vertical pull, burpee. Not vertical pull, but you can see that even the vertical pull is pretty tough. Okay, in 3. And so you do 1 vertical pull, then you go down into a burpee. And you'll see as I jump back up, I end as I want to be able to pull. Now you can do deadlift burpees like this. If you want a heavier weight. 10 seconds left. 3, drive up and down. Okay. Getting there, getting there. Stand, you'll stand. And no, I'm not using my 12 for this. 10 seconds. I'm using this. 5. And off we go. So quality over quantity, and just work at where you're at in terms of level. You do want to challenge yourself if you can. This is tough. 10 seconds. Three. My legs. Okay. Hope everyone's getting on okay. You can do these body weight, it's no problem. 10 seconds. Other side then. Level the same weight. Okay, down on the other side now. Step back up. Keep your weight really close to you so that you're being as efficient with moving it as you can. Letting your legs do all this work. 10 seconds. And 5. And rest. Okay. So the 2 jump burpee is coming next. And we have about 10 seconds now to get into this. So I pulled on my top. It's either the top or the pants. Okay, 3 and 2 jumps. Jump, jump, and push up. I'm going to aim for 5 of these to be push-ups. Oh, it's no point. Alright, guys. One more round for me. You can stop if you want. Like, honestly, 2 rounds of that is plenty, right? 8 seconds. If you're insane like me, let's do this. 2. And off we go. These will be the slowest squats ever. Told you. Okay, let's try to get good quality well, or lower your weight. Oh my, 15 seconds left. Okay, 2 more reps, 5 seconds. And rest. Oh, this is killer. Yeah, still, I think I did this 12 the last time, just a couple weeks ago. Or maybe the 8 was involved. Okay, 5 seconds, or alternating swing. All right, you set up, off we go. I spend most time fixing my clothes. Snap those hips. And forget about the arms. Just sit back when the kettlebell's coming towards you. Snap those hips each time. Big toes down, plant the whole feet so you're not going back on your heels. Okay, 5, snap, and rest. Oh, I don't know why I put that away, I need that. In there. Okay, in 5. And vertical pull, here we go. Driving up, hands down, jump back up and into your same deadlift position. And if you need to, use a bench to do your burpee. Just like this, okay? Ten seconds. Get in there. Last 3. And rest. 2. Only 3 more intervals to go of this. Stand, kneel, stand. in 10. Death. And away we go. So this one, unless you're going fast or heavy, give you a nice pace that just kind of increases your concentration and control of this one. Ten seconds left. Whew. 5. Oh, the quads. And rest. That's killer. So grab a drink. Other side. In 10. I'll check the comments in just a second. In 5. Pick your weight up. And away we go. I think it's this way. I'm doing so really just push into that forward leg. Drive it up. We're nearly there. Only 10 seconds. Only the longest 10 seconds. In 3. Rest. One more exercise to go. And the best until last. And then a breather until the Tabata. Okay, 8 seconds. 2 jump burpee. 1. And off we go. Jump, 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 jump. Remember, you don't have to do push-ups. Nearly there, 10 seconds. In 3. Oh, thank goodness. And rest. Walk it out a minute. I'll do the rounds here with the comments, and then we'll run through the Tabata, which is at least only 4 minutes, but it's not easy. Okay, oh, my face. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I don't feel like an inspiration, but thank you. Watching me makes me really miss the gym. Yeah, I'm sure it's hard to be without our gym, but just think of how much we can do. Even if you didn't have any weight, so much of this workout could be done with body weight. Another comment. So let's check other comments. Now I'm deliberately stalling here because, like I said, this Tabata is, it's fun and it's killer, but by all means go easy on yourself, like even though it's kind of opposite to what Tabata is supposed to be. But if you just did that, then that's more than enough. But for some reason, we like to just add a little bit more to things. So, okay, no comments there. And we're good. I'll reset this timer. So at the end, obviously, we'll do a quick cool down. I'll set this for, so Tabatas are 8 cycles of 10 seconds for rest. I always have the rest first. And then 20 seconds for effort. And the reason, if you're wondering, why I always put the rest period as the first interval is because on these interval timers, the very last beep is like a better beep. So it's like more like, yes, I'm finished on these anyway, and they go beep, 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 beep. But if you have a rest at the very end, then it's kind of like, no. So that's why I always have the rest first, because then we end on an effort. Alright, so here's what we're doing in this Tabata. Mountain climbers. Alright, so if you're doing these on the floor, obviously you're in a plank position, but you can elevate your hands, and this is something I do. It's easier, but it's still hard. Like, it depends on your elevation, but it means that if you're struggling from the floor, but you kind of want to join in, then just elevate your hands, like the same thing with the burpee. Alright, hands elevated, shoulders over hands, unless you want a long lever plank, which I don't think anyone wants with a mountain climber. So let's keep the hands up, or the shoulders over your hands, and then you're just going to bring one knee up and then jog in this position, high knees, like this. And you know, you can do that. If you don't want to do those, you could do another swing. You could actually get a heavier kettlebell and do a heavy kettlebell, a two-handed swing. And the other exercise is using my bench. It's the side-to-side step over. So you have to have pretty good balance and coordination for this one. We're stepping with one foot. It's not just a slow step over, because it is a Tabata and you want to get as fast as you can. So I'm going to step up and over, switching feet each time. I'm trying to increase my pace if I can. And if this height, for example, is too high, then get something lower. Or you can do something like lunge jumps, or another nice one, nice, is the dynamic squat, where your feet are together and then you're jumping wide, and then so something that you can do fast. So there's those options. And that's really it, okay? So, or you can go back to a squat and do like fast-paced bodyweight squats. Anyone want to do that? Okay, just check these comments and then we'll get started. Barb, right, yes. Simon, I am so totally sweating. Simon says, wasn't going to work today as resting, but I'm enjoying this. Thanks. You're welcome. Barbara is dying. Barbara's my sister. Good, we're all dying again. Alright, this one just flattened me a couple of weeks ago, so let's do this. This Tabata. Alright, here we go. Remember, it's only 10 seconds of rest, so we need to be quick between these exercises. Alright, prepared? Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Mountain climbers first. I'll start in the ground. 3, and off we go. It's only 20 seconds, remember, so try to up your pace. Keep breathing. 10 seconds left. 5, and rest. Side to side. 3. Off we go. This one's really hard after squats and stand-kneel stands and 2 jump burpees. 10 seconds left. 2. So obviously it's 4 rounds like this. 1 down, 3 to go. 2, and off we go. Come on. 10 seconds left. 5, 3, last death. You guys, I'm running on empty here. 3, 'Fast as you can. Nearly there. I think it's like 5 seconds. hands are getting elevated this time. Off we go. Okay, 10. That's killer. 5. Who invented Tabata, seriously? And why do I like them? Okay, 3, 2. Just focus on your breathing. We're nearly there. Last 3. We're almost there. We have one more round of this. And then we get to stretch out. Okay, 3. Okay, let's do this. We got this. 5. Oh, my legs just die. I don't know what happens there. 3 seconds. 5 seconds. Final thing. Come on. You've got this. It's great. This is great. Right? All this Tabata overkill effort. 5. Oh my goodness. And there we go. The glorious sound of the end. Okay. Just walk out. I will be. Get a drink. Let the heart rate come down as you're walking. Deep breaths. And we'll start into a wee cool down. A wee cool. Fix this top again. Okay. How'd everyone do? Tell me how you got on there. It's not just me, right? That's a really hard workout. I think because there's so much lower body in it. Some other workouts have more upper body, but that one's a killer for legs. Let's see. Now, let's sit down on the floor. Actually, you can lie down on your front for this one, or do a half kneeling quad stretch. So if you want to lie down on your front, you're going to rest your forehead on your hands and then just reach around and pull your foot to your butt and feel a stretch at the front of your legs. Alternatively, you can do what I'm doing, half kneeling. Try to get the knee under your hip and then try to align in with your shoulders so you're not like arching into it, but you're focusing on this quad. Then once that stretch kind of fades, then reach around and grab your foot, pull it in as much as is comfortable. Don't make your stretches hurt and don't hold your breath. Just get it to, it's like, it's a bit, if I put any further than that, it'd probably hurt. Then just breathe out, exhale and let yourself relax. Let that stretch increase if you can. And just hold it for a while, like 10, 20 seconds. That's whatever's comfortable. And then switch sides. Other side then, again, just wait and then let that first stretch fade a little bit and then try to push it a little bit more. If your stretch hurts, then you tense up more and you hold your breath and you get all tense, and that defeats the entire purpose of a cool down. You want to just bring yourself back to a state of rest. And so now let us do our, let's see, what will we do next? Seated, feet out in front. right foot over left leg, so it's on the outside of your left knee. Then get your left elbow and place it on the outside of your right knee and look over your right shoulder. So place your hand behind you and look over your shoulder. And you know, one of the things I like to do here is bring my left foot then underneath my right hip, and then this leg is crossed over, and I can actually lift it up and let this knee fall down. And it's a nice stretch through the hip. And this is I call this a pretzel. So if anyone knows the proper name. So I like to hold this. I don't like to try to push it. I just let it relax and put my hands on my knee and just exhale and let it relax, and then I swap. So that was the right leg over, this time left leg over, outside of the right knee, right elbow on the outside of the left knee, and look over my left shoulder. And breathe. Then right foot under left hip, left leg up and over, and then let the knee flop out and rest my hands on it and just feel the hip relax. You have to let the hip relax, like you just have to let yourself melt. Release the tension. Okay, so one more thing. We'll go into tabletop, and so I would normally do some maybe cat and cows. We can do some of those just to relax your back. So you're going to arch, head up, tailbone up, and then you're going to tuck your head and tailbone down and arch through the back. And it's a smooth movement. And then from here, hands forward a little bit, so toes together, knees out wide, and then you're going to sort of reach back, sit back onto your feet, and sort of stretch through the back a little bit as you're pulling backward through the lats. Place your forehead on the floor, and then just relax your arms. So in this position, just so you can hear me, I like to inhale through my whole body and direct that breath sort of visually in toward my sacrum and through my back, so that I feel like an expansion of air, and then I release it very slowly through, again, just releasing all that air through my body. And I do that a few times, and that helps bring things back to just a nice state after your cool down, after your workout. So one more deep breath, and then slowly stand back up, and we are done. So thank you very much for showing up and participating, if you were, or watching and cheering me on with this workout. So it's nice to revisit some of the old ones. There's new ones obviously as well that I like to revisit some old ones for members of Equip with Strength, because that's like, but most of them are new, and they're all follow along. So I was thinking of maybe coming in, going live here on YouTube once in a while, and some of these workouts, you're getting them, have the follow along classes like this. And if you want, it'll probably be on a Sunday. Those are, times are limited, but the Sunday seems, it might work out. So definitely let me know if you're up for that. See who's here. Anyone else? Beetroot face. There's Jay. So nice to see you back. With exercise knowledge. Death as well. So I did quite a few of you on this morning. It's nice to have a turnout. And yeah, we're kind of finished early. If anyone has any questions before we end here. Obviously there's a bit of a delay on when I get the messages. I think I timed it once, it's like 30 seconds. But I'll just check it out, and so yeah, that's a killer workout. So definitely go and grab your PDF for that. And Ellie's commented here from the site. Let's see. Ellie says a workout is an absolute killer, and my legs are shaking. Yeah, I think after this one, my legs were in the same state the last time I did this, and honestly, like, it really is a killer. I kind of wish I had a big screen up near me. Look forward to more workouts. That's good, John. I will be doing. I know you can't really hear me over there. Yeah, so definitely, it's fun. It's just, you know, especially if we're kind of people are maybe wanting to stay at home and train more from home, even as gyms are reopening. But we don't know what later in the year is going to look like when, you know, it's winter again and stuff like that. So we'll see how it all pans out. But I'm here doing workouts anyway, so I may as well stream the odd one. And yeah, I'll usually have a PDF for you to get, so you can redo it a few times and see. So this you know, for anyone watching who maybe wants to go back and do this later, this replay will be up for the rest of today, and then there will be an edited one at some point on the channel. All right, everyone. I don't think there's any questions as such, so I think I'll just let everyone go and get on with our Sunday. And now that, if this is morning for you, the workout's done. It always feels good to get it done and dusted. All right, we're good. So thank you all again for showing up. I'm just going to scuttle over here and turn this off. Oh, my legs are dead and jelly. All right, everyone. Once again, thanks for showing up, and I will see you again soon.